What's good, y'all? What is good? We are in the building. 2022 NFL draft is passed, and it's time to jump into it, man. Let's check it out. But first, let's shout out everybody that's in the chat already, man. Appreciate everybody that's pulled up so far. I want to see how everybody in the nation's feeling, though, man. That's why I really want to do this live. I wanted to see how the nation is feeling about the draft. Now that a couple days have transpired, we got to sleep on it. We got to kind of look back, see who we picked up, have time to look at some film, and see what these dudes are really about. First things first, can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me clearly? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me clearly, man? Let me get that thumbs up. Make sure the audio is good. Make sure the video is good. I was moving some things around, so I want to make sure we loud and clear. Yeah. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Okay. There we go. There's a thumbs up. Appreciate y'all. Everybody that did the thumbs up. Shout out Dangerfield in the building. Let me give some shout outs to everybody that's pulling up, though, man. The OGs in the building. I see some of y'all. If y'all know, hit that subscribe button. And if y'all can't, hit that like button so we can get this live booming, so we can get this live going, man. Them live. When you hit the like button, man, it helps the video get promoted out there. So let's go ahead and mess that algorithm up, man, and raid the like button and subscribe button. Shout out Dangerfield, OG in the building. Robert Penner, another OG in the building. I see you folks. Neek 5, what's good with you, man? He said, what's up, Braid? Grade? Okay. Let me get back to your grades real quick. Let me do some shout outs, man. I got you, Neek. I definitely got you, man. Omar in the building said, I wanted Carson Strong. I ain't gonna lie. Carson Strong was my third quarterback, man. Or no. What was he? Yeah, I think Carson Strong was like my third or fourth quarterback in the draft, man. That's wild. But my top two quarterbacks went first, right? My top two, Kenny Pickett, and Ritter were my top two quarterbacks. For real, man. But shout out everybody in the chat, though. We're already 30 deep. Appreciate y'all being here. Raider78 in the building. Salute, nation. Salute to Raider78 for pulling up on us, man. SVT Vasquez, Mr. Mustang himself. We were quick with the UDFAs. Yeah, man. We picked up a handful of them dudes. And we're going to take a look at who we picked up. Not really break it down too much because we did get a lot of it. It would take a while, but we'll go ahead and look at some familiar names. Good afternoon, my brother. Shout out to Anthony Cabrera for pulling up on us. Appreciate you, man. Z is in the building. What's good with it? Cortez pulled up on us. Salute to Cortez for being able to make it. Shout out to Derek Vehicle. He says, what's good, Ray? Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you. And shout out to everybody that pulled up and bought a T-shirt. The T-shirts are officially dropped for first inaugural series. Make sure y'all go ahead and pick up a T-shirt at redemptionbrand.com. Shout out to you, brother, because I know you grabbed one. Them T-shirts already shipped out, by the way. The moment y'all order that thing, the very next day it's going to be shipped out. Sometimes it might be shipped out that same day. So appreciate everybody that bought a T-shirt and copped one and supporting all the way, man. And I know y'all asking about the hats, bro. I know y'all asking about the hats. Everybody's like, man, they sold out already. I will be bringing some hats at the end of this week or the beginning of next week. But if y'all follow the Instagram, y'all know y'all stay updated that way. And I'll be putting out a lot more information there. But appreciate everybody that's been supporting, man. Appreciate it. Mark Davis Barber in the building. What's good with it? Khalil King, what's good with you, man? Loud and clear from Ryan. Shout out Ryan, man. Appreciate you, brother. Yes, sir. LV Maximus in the building. What's up with you, man? I seen you out there in the draft, Maximus. I seen you at the draft, Maximus, doing your thing. Let me get a couple more shout-outs real quick. Shout out to XO Sounds. Appreciate you being able to make it. OG in the building from XO Sounds. Yes, sir. Isaiah said, when are your hats going to be available again? Yep, I just dropped that info. Appreciate you asking, brother. Appreciate you asking. Let me get to my guy, Neek, real quick, man, because he wanted us to check out something real quick. He said, what's up, Grade? Grade my picks. 3rd round, Parham Winfrey. D tackle. 4th round, Pierre Strong. 4th, Zion McCollum. Jamari Saylor, guard out of Georgia at the 5th. And then 7th, you got Noah Ellis and Carson Strong. If I were to grade that just straight up real quick off the top, Neek, I would give that a solid B because I like Parham Winfrey. Pierre Strong is solid, but I feel like he's the type of running back to where he has to have a wide open hole for him to catch that open stride and take off on people. But that's definitely would be a cool pickup right there. Zion McCollum, definitely a depth piece we would need at cornerback. He does have some upside. Jamari Saylor, Chiefs ended up grabbing him. I got Saylor in my Madden in my Madden franchise. So I'm not mad at that at all. Noah Ellis definitely a key piece that could come in and play. And you know how I feel about Carson Strong, man. Appreciate you dropping that down, brother. Appreciate it, brother. Marquez in the building. Shout out Marquez, man. Appreciate you pulling up. Alan Maxwell, Mr. Maxwell himself was good with it. Julio Coolio, he said, I felt like the media hella overhyped Willis. Most definitely, bro. And we talked about our quarterbacks prior to the draft. We talked about our quarterbacks, and I had Willis probably at like 4 or 5 or 6 as my quarterback. Willis was about my 5th or 6th quarterback. White Tyson in the building. Yo, what's good with it? Yo, ready to tape. Yes, sir, for the win, baby. Shout out to Ed Miranda in the building. How's Junkies Go Raiders? Yes, sir. You already know what it is, man. Cousin Ray, what it do? Shout out to Prezi Prez in the building. Prezi in the building. Nick 209, what's up? Okay, draft. Yes, sir. Brother Greg in the building. Salute. Yes, sir. Salute to Greg. People on Jacobs like they were on car. Hey, I'm one of those people, bro. Greg, I'm one of those people that are on Jacobs, dude. Because personally, and people that have been following me for a while know how I feel about Jacobs. They know how I feel about Carr. People call me a Carr stance. Personally, when it comes to Jacobs, though, something about it, man. I'm ready to move on. EJ Redder in the building. Appreciate you pulling up, brother. What's good with you folks? What's good with you folks? I hope everybody had a blessed weekend. Let me get this out here. I hope everybody had a blessed weekend, healthy weekend. Everybody has a great week. And let's see what this draft is all about. Let's see what this draft is all about. First super chat of the day. If y'all want a super chat, go ahead. And it goes a long way. Appreciate the donation, Omar. Always supporting, brother. He says, what's up, bro? I'm pissed we didn't get Carson Strong. Remember my words. He will be special, and we could have got him for free. Hey, I agree, man. I agree. I like Carson Strong. I feel like he stood strong in the pocket. I mean, no pun intended. I feel like he stood strong in the pocket. He has a strong arm, and he was a gunslinger, bro. He was a gunslinger. They had that air raid thing going out there, and he wasn't afraid to get that ball out. But the thing about Carson Strong is even his receiver didn't really go that high. Nobody from that school really went that high. So it's kind of interesting. I wonder if that had anything to do with it whatsoever. So we'll have to check it out. Appreciate you, Omar, for the super chat, by the way, man. Always supporting, bro. Goes a long way. And if y'all can, hit that like button so we can mess the algorithm up and get this live out there and we can get popping. Appreciate y'all being here, Mo. Vinny Thomas says, what up, Ray? How do you like our draftees and UDFAs? We about to hop into that right now, man. We about to hop into that right now. Just a moment, Vinny. Just a moment. Raider Vic says, what's good, Ray? #1 content creator. Oh, man, I don't know about #1 content creator, man. There's a lot of dudes out there, but I definitely appreciate the gesture in the comment, bro. We got, you got Sanjeet out there. You got Mitchell Renz out there. You got the boy Graf, Honcho, Samoan Raiders, some dudes that are up there, especially in subscribers. So shout out to all the Raider content creators, especially those that really put on for the team, man. JD, I see you, brother, holding down Southern Cali. I hear you, brother. Omar says also no corners. That was interesting, Omar. That was definitely interesting. Definitely. Mason Blue, what's up with you, brother? Mason Blue, I see you, man. Thanks, Ray. Appreciate that, bro. Yes, sir. I got you, folks. Yo, salute to SC Experience. Make sure y'all pull up to the boy and make sure you go subscribe to his page. He be putting on that late night show, and he be putting on a show all day, actually. So make sure y'all pull up. D'Angelo Davis says, what's up, Ray? What's up with it, Davis? Appreciate you pulling up here, Mr. Davis. Douchebag Matt in the building. He said, when do the hats come back in stock? I did just address that, but if y'all missed it, at the end of this week or the beginning of next week, you should be having those things back out. We should be having those things back out. But let's go ahead and hop straight into this draft, man. Let's hop straight into this draft and get to it. Anthony Cabrera says, this was the first draft in 4 years that I wasn't stressed out. I'm going to sit back and see how Ziegler puts this team together. So far, it's looking nice. And I have to agree. Let's go ahead and start here, man. I have to agree that this draft didn't really bring any anxiety or stress whatsoever because I feel like the players we picked weren't so much of like a boom or bust play or we were trying to outsmart anybody. When we picked up Cleveland Farrell years ago, it almost seemed like we were trying to outsmart people. We were trying to do something different, and it didn't really work in our favor. Today, in today's regime, we're just going to get the guys that have proven talent, picking them up where the value is there and the position of need is there. And I like the balance of how we went about this draft. So I definitely like how we went about this draft, man. I am going to give my grade. I'm going to make a video grading every single one of them, but we're going to dive into it a little bit more and talk about each player here in a moment. KT says, loved our first 5 picks. I like Brown in the 7th, but don't know about another running back. I agree, bro. I agree. I definitely agree with that. I'm excited about our new thick frames. Yeah, most definitely, bro. I'm excited too because I think this draft really drew the picture for us on how we're trying to build this team, and it's through the trenches as far as youth. You just notice we went and got 2 O linemen and 2 D linemen. That's youth right there. We signed Max Crosby. We signed Chandler Jones. Chandler Jones is a little bit older. Max Crosby's young. We still have Malcolm Kuntz out there as well. And then on the offensive side of the ball, as far as the trenches, you have Cole Miller, Alex Leatherwood, Andre James. Now you pick up 2 more offensive linemen, not considering the UDFAs that we picked up. So I definitely like the fact that we're getting big guys in the trenches to help us pound the rock. And our guys on the outside, we took care of everything on the outside in the free agency or before the draft. If you notice, we got a lot of corners. We didn't get corners in the draft, but before the draft, we went and got Rocket Sin. We went and got Anthony Avery, Darius Phillips. So we did address cornerback before the draft, and us not getting a corner in this draft, it does make total sense. Now then, and then you think about wide receiver core. You think about the wide receiver core. We didn't get any receivers in this draft, but think about it. We didn't have a first and second round pick because we went and got a number 1 guy in Devontae Adams. You can't be mad at that. You can't be mad at that. And I feel like this regime almost gets a pass for regardless of what they did this draft. But I almost feel like they get a pass just because of that. So they solidify the wide receiver room by getting Adams. And then they go get DeMarcus Robinson. We have Hunter Renfrow still, and we have Brian Edwards still. So those 2 additions in the wide receiver room, I think makes sense. We didn't get a wide receiver in this draft. Not only that, I feel like wide receivers are coming out of college at such a fast rate that every year you can almost go get a wide receiver that's great. So I wouldn't stress about that too much. One concern I would say that I have about this draft, and just in general, in a broad spectrum, is we didn't get a safety. You know what I mean? Like we didn't get a safety and when I say safety, I mean somebody that's going to come in and start for Abram. Somebody that's going to come in and start for Abram. We didn't give him We didn't give him his 5th-year option. And I know a lot of people want Abram whether gone or moved to linebacker because he's a liability in coverage. And for some reason, I feel like we would have just went out there and got a guy that was known to be a coverage dude that could play a split safety or a 2-high safety and help in the coverage. But, us not going to do that was pretty interesting. That's just from my perspective, of course. And then you move over to the linebacker core. And we did get linebackers as far as UDFAs. But the linebacker core, does this regime trust this core that much as far as Parham, Diablo, Jayon Brown, and I do like that core. But you would think you would want at least one guy to come in, sit behind a couple of these dudes like Parham and Jayon Brown, just in case they don't work out and develop, so he could step up, kind of like a Diablo did. Diablo, we have to remember, we drafted him last year as a safety, moving in the linebacker. He ended up taking Corey Littleton's spot. Right. And I feel like we could have done that with a couple of guys in this draft. And maybe that's the potential way we do it with some of these UDFAs. But as far as just the draft itself, I didn't really see that, as we all know. And then you move over to and then we kind of addressed the offensive line. We already addressed the offensive line. And then the defensive line, we didn't do any edge, but we definitely addressed the defensive tackle room. So as far as the draft, I'm pretty happy with it. I definitely want to see what this regime does. Let's get to the chat, though, man. Let's get to the chat. He says, Raider Purse says, don't think anyone's mock draft even came close. Hey, bro, I ain't even going to lie to you, bro. I don't think any of the players we got, I projected that we would get. I mean, Farrell Jr., I feel like Farrell Jr. was kind of a guy that I could have seen us getting because he was one of those defensive tackles out there. Matthew Butler as well. But outside of the D tackles, yeah, man, it was all over the place as far as a lot of these mock drafts. KT in the building. Shout out Purge for pulling up, man. Appreciate you, dog. KT said, loved our first 5 picks. Okay, yeah, most definitely. Z says, you're number 1 because you're not a phony. Hey, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Keeping it real. Look, we might not be perfect, but we always gonna keep it real. You know what I mean? Shout out Larry June, by the way, folks. Yep, Charm City in the building. Shout out Charm City, always pulling up on us, man. Benny Thomas says they said Honey Badger going to go to the Saints. Yeah, man. I think he already signed to the Saints. I think that's already official. White Tyson, how we get a faster Josh Jacobs in fourth? Mayock and Gruden pissed me off, man. Hey, I don't want to be that guy that's bashing Josh Jacobs, right? Because y'all know how I feel about Josh Jacobs and his speed and his health. And I think that's why we had to go out there and go get a couple of running backs, because I kept trying to, create this idea that, look, running backs haven't been hard to find. They really haven't been hard to find that much. You look at Jonathan Taylor, he wasn't a first-round pick. Najee Harris was the first-round pick, the only running back that went in the first round last year. And think about Najee Harris versus Josh Jacobs. Najee Harris is all around. He's bigger. He's more healthy. He can carry just as good, and he can catch out of the backfield. That's Najee Harris. Josh Jacobs didn't come out of college doing all of that, and they got drafted nearly the same place. And if you think about this draft, not one running back went in the first round. Go back and look at the draft. I don't think not one running back was drafted, and then what other position? Two positions weren't drafted in the first round at all. So that was pretty interesting. And we got Josh Jacobs in the first, and that's why I kind of hold him to a higher standard, because he's a first-round pick, man. So, and we didn't even pick with his fifth-year option. So we'll see what happens. I like Zamir White. He got some work to do, but I like Zamir White. I do. Never wanted Matthew. He overrated. Oh, come on now, Neek. You can't say Matthew's overrated, bro. You can't say that, Neek. Come on now, brother. Cash Lord in the building. Shout out Cash Lord, brother. He says the quarterback from Cal we picked up could be the future. He is nice. We'll have to take a step back from that now, man. We have to take a step back from that. I'm not gonna knock him yet, because I definitely have to watch tape on a lot of these dudes, and a lot of them I won't even watch tape because that's a lot of time wasted. Some of these dudes might not even be with us, in the next couple months. So we'll have to check that out. But I don't know about that, man. He might be nice. I'm looking at Carson Strong as one of those guys that are on the back end that could be good. I would pick Carson Strong. But shout out Cash Lord. That's an interesting one. I'll check him out, Cash Lord. I got you, brother. Penna in the building. Christian Penna is in the building. Appreciate you, man. The Hempers. Appreciate you pulling up on us. Syrup Sister said, Ray the GOAT. Appreciate you, sir. Syrup Sipper is he out here, man. He's sipping syrup, man. How did you like our draft, brother? Yeah, we breaking it down right now. And I do like it. Is this the most excited for this upcoming season you been as a Raiders fan? That's a good question, bro. And I am. This is probably the best team I've seen the Raiders have in the last 21 years, right? I was in elementary school when we went to the Super Bowl and played the Buccaneers and got our asses whooped. And that was the last time we were actually good and projected to be, a top-tier contending team. This team that we have right now, we have so many offensive linemen. If our offensive line is not, at least solid and competent, then we have bigger problems. We have bigger fish to fry, because we just got two of them. We have 2 first-round picks on that offensive line. And a lot of these dudes have played multiple seasons already in the league. So you have to figure out how to develop the O-line. So I'm excited, and I'm not worried about the O-line whatsoever. I'm not worried about it. I think we're ready to go. I think we're ready for war to get this thing cracking, man. Trey Lord in the building said, only wish we got more depth in linebacker or safety. And I agree, especially with the safety spot, man. I'm not a big fan of Harmon, and I don't think he's bad, but we'll see what happens, bro. We'll see what happens. I think we definitely could have sat there and developed, but maybe Tyree Gillespie is that guy. I forgot about Tyree Gillespie. Let me be honest. It kind of just clicked in my brain that, look, we still got Tyree Gillespie, and we didn't get to see what he did last year, but maybe this year he'll be able to step up, play a significant role, show them maybe a couple of things on special teams to work his way up, and then get some snaps on defensive side of the football. Now, Levitt, I'm not a big fan of, but, when it's time for Levitt to make a play, he puts his body on the line. And I got to give him credit, because last year when we played Pittsburgh, he put his body on the line. And when we played, I forgot what the other game was, but he made a huge play. And it was a stop on 3rd down. It might have been the Chargers or a divisional game, and he made a huge play. Shout out to Daniel Levitt, even though I know sometimes he gets a hard time from Raider Nation. Robert Penn in the building. He said, "What's good, family at the dentist office listening? Appreciate you pulling up for the dental office, man. I hope you ain't got no cavities, man. Hope you don't got no cavities, brother, because them shots is ruthless." And Matt Collins, yeah, most definitely, brother. Thank you for reminding me. Mike Moore said, "What's up, Brandon? I'm late to the party." Nah, bro, you ain't late. You ain't late. You fashionably late. Let's say it like that. You fashionably late, man. You always pull up. You always welcome, bro. Always pull up and always welcome. Let me catch up to the chat though, because I see we got a super chat from the guy Micah, Raider Nation Germany. Appreciate it, man. And if y'all can, hit that like button so we can get this YouTube live cracking, man. So we can get the algorithm working for us and we can get this thing cracking and get Raider Nation with us. Let's try to hit 200 likes on this video if we can. It'll go a long way. I know we got over 200 people in here, and if y'all can't, hit that subscribe button. Shout out Michael with the $10 super chat. He says, nice addition so far, grade B, but still some homework to do in June. Safety, corner, wide receiver 2, veteran D tackle, Ndamukong Suh. Now, this is a very good comment because I'm not going to give my grade outs yet because I definitely want to make a video on that and grade every individual player that we drafted. But I definitely like your grade. And also, we do have to do some homework, brother. We still have some more holes to fill because I feel you on the safety spot. On the corner spot, I'm sold up. Excuse me. I like our corner spots. I really do. I like Anthony Averett. I like Rocky Sin. I like Trayvon Mullen and Darius Phillips. We have Amik Robertson as well. And we can't forget Nate Hobbs is going to solidify our slot spot. So really, we're only looking for that CB, a CB2, I guess. It's kind of hard because I feel like Averett, Rocky Sin, and Mullen are CB2s with the potential to be a CB1 with consistency at a high level. Then they'd be a CB1. But, you know what I mean? I'm not really too worried about corner. Wide receiver 2, that's iffy. That's iffy. I don't know if it's Brian Edwards or if it's going to be Demarcus Robinson, but we'll find out as time will tell. And a veteran D tackle, I think we're sold up with D tackle. I'll be honest, man. I think we look pretty good at D tackle, but we'll see, man. Thank you for the super chat, brother. I definitely like what you had to say, and I definitely agree with you, man. Safety, we do have to look at. We definitely have to look at. LV Maximus, my guy says, hit them likes while you listen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's free. It's free to hit the like button and subscribe button, man. It goes a long way. Definitely goes a long way. Yeah, Brandon Riddle Sprigger says, we going to the bowl. We going to the bowl, man. Yes, sir, brother. That look like a top ramen bowl. And I ain't mad at it. I'm hungry, so but I ain't mad at that, bro. We going to the bowl. Derek Vehicle says, what do you think of Justin Ross signing to the Chiefs as a UDFA? Some people had him projected in the first round. It was interesting because I know in previous months that we actually had a meeting with Justin Ross, and we actually looked at him. Maybe we could potentially drafted him. I wonder what happened with his medicals, though. I think that's why he dropped precipitously, why he dropped. And he didn't even get drafted, right? So that's kind of interesting. And also the Chiefs, I think the Chiefs have a thing for Clemson wide receivers. Where did Sammy Watkins go to school? Where did Sammy Watkins go to school? And also, didn't they get Cornell Powell? And Cornell Powell was a Clemson wide receiver. And now they get Justin Ross. I feel like they have a thing for Clemson wide receivers. So they just kind of favor those guys, in my opinion. But that's just me kind of looking from the outside in on another team. Freddie Raider 661. Shout out Freddie in the building, man. He says, what's up, Ray? Shout out from Bakersfield. I'm happy with the draft and also the UDFAs that we got. Well, it's definitely, bro. We're going to go down that list real quick and talk about each of these dudes. Mike Morris with the super. He says, I'm happy with our draft now to fill 90-man roster. Yeah, the 90-man roster is going to be interesting after we start to trickle down and after we start to get into the camps and figure out, who's going to start on the offensive line. I think that's what's most important when it comes to this 90-man roster. And the running back room, oh, man, so much competition. I just can't wait, bro. I can't wait. I ain't going to lie. I think Ziegler is trying to get away from one-year deals, get younger on cheaper contracts. Yeah, man, and that's kind of why I was glad because I know some people were talking about, okay, we took defensive tackles and then we took another defensive tackle. And then there people were confused, like, why did we take two different defensive tackles? And if you think about last year and the year before, every time we signed defensive tackles, it was on a one-year deal. And last year we had none. We had none. At the end of last year, we had none because they're all on one-year deals. We bring back Hankins, and I believe we brought back Hankins, and didn't we bring back? Correct me if I'm wrong, but did we bring back Darius Philon? Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't we bring back Darius Philon? I guess not. We didn't bring back Darius Philon, but we were in talks with Darius Philon. So far, we only brought back Hankins as far as like an actual veteran that was with us prior. And then we go get two guys that'll be on rookie deals. Neil Farrell Jr., bro. That guy, I like him, man. I like him. Now I have to continue watching several games of Neil Farrell Jr., but I like him. I think he's more versatile than Matthew Butler. And I know a lot of people kept saying Matthew Butler is an athletic freak. You know, he has length, whatever the case may be. I think Neil Farrell Jr. is, I don't know, man. He might take a run for his money as far as versatility and athleticism because at 330 pounds, Neil Farrell Jr. is doing stunts and damn near getting to the quarterback. He's chasing quarterbacks around at 330 pounds as a defensive tackle, as a nose tackle. How do you get more athletic than that? How do you get more athletic than being a nose tackle, 330 pounds, chasing quarterbacks? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I like Neil Farrell. I'm glad we picked him up after watching the film and checking him out. I had other guys on the board that I did like at defensive tackle. But at that pick, yo, he got some versatility for his size, yo. He will get around. He will help in the run. He will help in the pass as well. So I definitely like Neil Farrell, man. Alan Maxwell says, what are the odds that Garbers could turn into a solid quarterback too? Honestly, man, I have no idea about Garbers. I don't know about Garbers. I don't even know who Garbers is. You know what I mean? I'm not the type that's gonna sit up here and be like, oh, I like him. You know, I like him. I think he could do something. I'm not that type of person, bro. I don't sit here and say I like every single guy that the Raiders get because I don't know every single guy that the Raiders get. And I don't know, you feel me? So as far as Garbers, I don't know, man. I don't know about him. If Derek Carr gets hurt, let's put it this way: if Derek Carr ends up hurt, I'm worried. I'm worried. Let's put it that way. So I don't have confidence in any of the backup quarterbacks that we really have like that. Brandon says, love to get sued, but I think a linebacker would be nice, bro. Raiders! Shout out to Riddle Sprigger. Man, you got the craziest last name, bro. Riddle Sprigger. Is that your real last name? That's your real last name, brother? I would love to get sued too, though, man. What's good, Raiders family? Shout out to Bobby. Everybody say what's up to Bobby, man. He wants to say what's up to the nation. Purge in the building. He says, do you think we got any underrated talent late? I'm hoping it's the safety who's Palomalu's nephew. Any talent that we got late? Not really, man. I'll be honest, not really. I feel like a lot of our guys were picked based on their value. I mean, I don't think we got too many of like steals outside of our top guys in Parham and Neal. Those I think were our biggest steals. Parham and Neal Farrell Jr. I don't think Zamir White was too much of a steal, in my opinion. Matthew Butler, I don't think he was too much of a steal. He wasn't too. He's not. I'll break that down soon. I'll break that down another time, man. But I think Parham and Farrell Jr. are definitely steals, bro. Definitely like them. Let me catch up to the chat though, man, because we got some folks in the building. He said Trey Turner UDFA looks very nice. I steal him. I see him making the draft. Trey Turner UDFA. Okay. Most definitely. But let's go ahead and pull it up and break down each player, man, because I wanted to do that while y'all up here. He said, Ray, you see that UDFA? Yeah, the offensive lineman, right? From, I believe, is from Utah, 6'8", 380. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. He's a giant. He is a giant. Can't Stop, Won't Stop says 244 in the chat, 42 likes. Come on, everyone, rate the likes. Yeah, if y'all can, rate that like button, y'all. If y'all can, rate that like button. If we can get the likes up to 250, that'd be fire, y'all. I'd appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. It just helps the algorithm and it helps boost the live and get it out there to people. And it goes a long way. You know what I mean? And it's free. It's free. Help a brother out. He says, I like Neil Farrell, good run stopper with a lot of upside as a pass rusher too. And that's what I'm saying, Mike. That's what I'm saying, Eminem. Shout out to Mike, man. That's my boy. But that's what I'm saying, dog. I think he has a lot of upside to be a great pass rusher. And if y'all didn't check out that film breakdown I did of him up against Alabama, go ahead and check that out. But he showed he has a motor. At a defensive tackle to have a motor like that to chase quarterbacks, I just think you can't coach that, in my opinion. You can't coach somebody to have a motor. You can't coach somebody to want to get it. It's just in somebody, So I think Neil Farrell Jr. has that motor, and with him and Max Crosby, if you have two guys like that on the field that are nonstop, that are going to go after you, woo! I can't wait. I can't wait to get Neil Farrell and Crosby on the field. That's something I can't wait for. That's something I can't wait for. The nation's own in the building. He says, am I the only one that feels better about more of our UDFA than half of our draft picks? Well, look, shout out to Nation Zone, and I hear you, brother. But what I would say to that is, it's almost it's the fact that we didn't have the first two picks, right? And then a lot of our picks were on the back end. A lot of our picks were on the back end. So, you really have to think about UDFA. Some of those guys could have potentially been sixth, seventh round picks, right? There could have been a team that wanted one of those UDFAs in the sixth or seventh round, but stuff happens. They end up not getting drafted. And a lot of our picks came on that back end. So, yeah, the UDFAs that we got probably are better than some of the draft picks that we may have got. But at the same time, a lot of it's combined, fifth, sixth, seventh round, and UDFAs are kind of in a pool together. So you kind of have to think about it like that, man. But I definitely hear you, bro. I definitely hear you. On the back end of our picks, it was getting a little shaky, especially when we took that second running back, Britton Brown, I believe his name is, out of UCLA. I was like, dang, man. Like, I understood Zamir White, but then another running back, I was like, okay, we must be trying to really do something. We must be really trying to do something. LV Maximus says Butler is a monster. Shout out LV. I'll have to check out Matthew Butler a little bit more, but I would like to just see him consistently getting at it, right? Consistently just going and going and going. He does seem like he could be a potential rotational player for a pass rush downs, second down, third down type of guy. Come in and help some people out, get some rest, and he may get may get a sack. He may help in that pass rush situation, but I would love to see more consistency out of him. Natural Immunity says Brown will make the team. If he makes the team, it makes you wonder who doesn't, because our running back room is so full now. You feel me? So it's going to be interesting, bro. My guy said, which pick? Pause, bro. Y'all be out here with the thick frame, shorty. Like, what are we doing, yo? Y'all wilding. Y'all wilding. Doc Holliday says, what's going on, Ray? Am I the only one that would be happier if we took a linebacker at one of the running back spots? I would have been happy to get a linebacker instead of getting that running back, Britton Brown. I'll be honest. I'm not really tripping off Britton Brown that much that we drafted him, but I feel like we could have definitely picked up a different player at that spot. So, it's interesting. It's interesting. Raider Indy says, rate them likes. Y'all show support to the boy. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, brother. Make sure y'all hit that like button. We got over 280 already in the chat. Appreciate y'all being here, man. We're just doing a quick census with the nation. I want to see how y'all feeling about these picks. So let's go ahead and hop in. Oh, my boy ONT6 says, Ray, did the hats release yesterday too? Brother, they will be releasing later this week or the beginning of next week, brother. I just wanted to be able to get the shirts out started. I said it would start, the website would launch and start getting stuff out May 1st, and it did. And I'm just going according to my plan. The hats, there was some hiccup, but we will be getting the hats out real soon, man. I know a lot of people were asking. I know it's hard to address everybody at once, and I'm glad you asked. Glad you asked ONT6. Shout out to everybody that did buy a shirt. I already sent the shirts out, yo. That's how fast them things is going to be going, man. Them things is going to be going. The moment you buy that thing, if it's a time that it can be shipped, it will be shipped, yo. So I appreciate everybody pulling up, man. And everybody that's wondering, this is the hats right here, Redemption Brand. Also have the T-shirts, Redemption Brand on Instagram and redemptionbrand.com. Go check it out, y'all. Appreciate it. M85 says, I don't think Raid is hip to Wasted stick jokes. No, I'm wasted, man. I'm hip to it. Wasted, has the joke. He says thick frame. He talks about players having thick frames. He's talking about the defensive linemen, offensive linemen. I get it, man. Trust me, I get it, man. Trust me. Julio says, man, we got too many running backs. Might as well throw some of that linebacker position. I hear you, man. Let's go ahead and hop into this. I'm going to share my screen because I want to go ahead and talk about each of these dudes, and I want y'all to tell me in the chat how y'all feel about each of them. And let's start with the 7th round pick. We're going to start from the bottom of the rounds, and we're going to work our way up. Shout out Raider Nation, everybody pulling them in. We got Thayer Munford, round 7, pick 238 overall. If y'all can see the screen, can I get a thumbs up? Y'all can see the screen clearly. Y'all can see the screen clearly, and it looks good, and it's big enough for y'all to see. Let me see if I can get that thumbs up, man. But We got Munford in the building, man. Munford. How do y'all feel about this Munford pick? That's what I would like to know. Damn advertisements. Let me know what you guys think about these. About this pick right here. This is round 7, number 238. Out of Ohio State, we pick up the tackle, Thayer Munford, offensive lineman. You can move down. How do y'all feel about this pick? Okay, yep, I got the thumbs up, Natural immunity says, and that's how I feel about this pick as well, man. I feel like we should have gone defense right here. This is where I feel like you, in my opinion, you have to go out there in this situation, and it's high risk, high reward. You know, and do they think high risk, high reward of Thayer Munford? Potentially they do. Potentially they do. Maybe because his size, maybe because of the caliber of school he played at and the competition he played against. And shout out to Anish, man, because I know somebody was going to bring it up. There's a clip of Aiden Hutchinson folding Munford, and it's true, man. Munford actually, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That man was folded. Let me see if I can find this. Thayer Munford, here we got it right here. Thayer Munford, I don't know if y'all can see this, but he's 6'5", 328 pounds. He did run a 40 of 4.39. It's kind of fast for an offensive lineman that size, but 6'5 3/4, 328 pounds, definitely towering over people. I don't know how I feel about this pick, and I'm not completely mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all, but I feel like we could have got somebody with a little bit more reward than an offensive lineman. That's just my opinion on that one. Shout out Jose with the super, though. He says Neil Farrell Jr. is going to be Max Crosby of this draft. My prediction. That's what I think, Jose. Definitely, that's what I think, Jose. That's a very good way to put it. Thank you for that super chat, bro. I see you out there, man. I see you out there doing your Dougie dope profile pictures with the boy graph. But I definitely like this comment because I think the same thing. I think Neil Farrell Jr. is going to turn into a 3-down defensive tackle if he can get that built up. And he's going to be able to harass the quarterback while being able to help stop the run. I think Neil Farrell Jr. has that much potential, guys. I really do. I like this kid a lot. I can't wait to break him down and do my grade video for you guys. And you know what I mean? Explain a little bit more on that. Exo Sounds, Leon Johnson says he gives an A for this pick. Exo Sounds says great value. Okay, I hear y'all here. Anything to improve the O-line, Sergio says. Yes, sir, brother. I love the Munford pick, especially 7th round. Vinny says B+. Somewhat solid, not terrible for where we got him. Yeah, I mean, it's super late. It's super late. I'm not going to be critical of the pick. You know, I'm not going to be critical. It's the 7th round. A lot of these guys are bunched up in a pool around this area. You could go get a UDFA with same potential as this guy, I feel like. But like you guys are saying, you guys do like the pick. So shout out to the nation for letting me know you guys like this pick. He said, all I saw was Michigan, OSU when I saw the comments. Yeah, he was getting, because it's because of the Aiden Hutchinson clip. And if I could pull it up, let me see if I can pull it up for you guys. Let me see. Aiden Hutchinson versus Munford. Unimpressed with Aiden. Is this it right here? Can y'all see this? Can y'all see this? So this is Aiden Hutchinson going up against Munford, and this is the clip people are talking about. This is our guy, 7th round pick, Munford, and I'm not bashing him. I'm just bringing it up because this is the kind of the clip that is being talked about that people want to bring up. Let me see if I can reload this real quick. And here he is, number 75, just gets bulldozed, bro. Just gets bulldozed. And it was I was like, bro, that's a tough rep. And right before Aiden Hutchinson bulldozes Munford, he's literally talking trash. Like he's telling him, come block me. Like Aiden Hutchinson is talking to Munford saying, come block me. You come block me. I'm about to tear your ass up. And the next thing you know, Aiden Hutchinson boom, blows him up. I was like, bruh. There's no way you let somebody bully you like that, brother. No way. So that was a tough one by Munford. But, you know, I'm not too critical of this pick. It's a later pick. High risk, high reward stuff going on. EJ said Munford was a great tackle, but a poor guard. I hear that. He's a project, but good value. Most definitely. A lot of these dudes are project in these later rounds, so I definitely agree with that. He said, got drove by Michigan's Hutchinson. Yeah, bro. That was a tough one, bro. Only One Nation says, salute Ray, patiently waiting on those has to drop. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for the support, dog. Thank you very much. I can't wait for the has to drop, bro, because so many people asking. I just can't wait to get them out to people. It's going to be so much fun. Ready Ray says, Thayer got to get that strength up. Can't have him getting flattened on the field, but I like the pick. Yeah, because if Aiden Hutchinson is doing that to you, we have Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack on the same team in our division. In the same division. So if you want to come out here and start, you better step up. 7th round pick should get beat by Hutch. Exactly, bro. No, hold on. They should get beat by Hutch, but you don't get beat that. That's just embarrassing. You don't ever get beat like that. You don't ever get beat like that. Come on now, brother. That's low lights kind of stuff. Jeff Garrison, I'm still catching up with our draft picks. I love what I've seen so far. I truly have faith in our coaches to develop talent. So do I, bro. So do I. That's why I can't really question this draft, because I want to give these guys an opportunity to prove that they know what they're talking about and they know what they're doing. I mean, they got hired for a reason. But the thing is, with the Gruden administration, it was tough because that first, oh my gosh, bro. That first draft with the Gruden administration, oh my goodness. I could have thrown my TV out the damn window. But this draft, I was able to relax. I was able to watch it and be excited and be happy about the picks we made. Wasn't nothing crazy, no blindside picks, and I really liked that. I really did. He said, welcome, yeet. Yeah, most definitely. He definitely should have been UFA after that clip. Yeah, that boy crazy with that one, man. Let's go ahead and move on to the next draft pick, y'all. That was Thayer Munford. A little discussion about him. Round 7, number 238. Shout out to Thayer Munford, though, man. I think he has great potential with this coaching staff. And if they pick him up, then they must see something in him. But let's go ahead and skip over to round 5, number 175. Matthew Butler, defensive tackle, big man in the house. Big man in the house. Let me get to where's Thayer Munford? I saw that. Matthew Butler, 6'3" and 7, basically 6'4", 297 pounds. Defensive tackle. People say he is versatile, which he could be. I feel like depending on where you would want to play him, you can see him line up at defensive tackle. Not so much of a nose tackle, right? More of that 3 tech. But look, he's getting held right here. Just look at this picture alone right here. This dude getting held by this Ole Miss offensive lineman. A lot of versatility, more on the pass rusher side. A lot more on the pass rusher side. What do you guys feel about this round 5 pick, number 187, Matthew Butler, defensive tackle? How do you guys feel about this guy right here? TFG says, LOL, we don't need that. We don't need. Oh, y'all talking about the running backs, man. They can fix that with coaching and cement his shoes. They better cement Mumford's shoes in the damn flow, man, because, woo. Let me get to Jeff Garrison. He says, to be fair, Mumford saw the DB coming on the blitz, and the way Hutchinson was grandstanding, he probably expected him to draw back into coverage because that's what he did the week before. Yeah, shout out Garrison. That's a very in-depth comment, brother. That's a film comment. That's a film comment. Thank you for that. That's a very good comment. At the end of the day, that just shows. But at the end of the day, you still have to take that clip with consideration of other multiple intangibles that offensive lineman may have, whether that's your drop step, whether that's your awareness, or whether that's your mental ability to understand the situation going on with the defense. So you still have to take that in consideration. Whether DB in college, it's easier than the NFL. We all know this. So you getting tore up like that in college just because a DB may look like he's coming off of a blitz, we can't allow that. But with coaching, like some people have said, with coaching, you go ahead and coach him up, have him watch the film room a little bit more, have him work on his technique and his awareness. Really is his assignment. Then maybe it'd be a little bit different. But that clip is just not a good look for him. But that's a very insightful comment. Shout out to Jeff Garrison with that, bro. But we on Matthew Butler. And Ranger Dangerfield gives it a B+ grade. B+ grade. Okay, brother. Okay, that's a high grade. That's his game plan. He likes to experiment running back. Okay. Amazing value at 175. Solid pass rusher, Anish says. So we're liking the Matthew Butler. We're liking the Matthew Butler draft pick. Glad we got a D tackle or 2. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Marcus Day said Matthew Butler has a motor and can develop with the right coach we have. Yeah, I think Matthew Butler definitely has to develop just because he needs to be more consistent in his game. If you're a pass rushing defensive tackle, then really you're only going to be on the field so much, right? Because not every down is pass rush. You think about it. The first 2 downs typically the first 2 downs are the best player on the field. Best player on the field, because on the first 2 downs you can pass or run. But in situations on 3rd down, as we know, it might be a pass because you got to get that first down. And that's where he comes into play. Needs to have that consistency to where he's going to win on those snaps that he does play. So he has to have a high win rate for a low rep count, if you guys understand what I'm saying. And that's what we would need from Matthew Butler, being that rotational pass rusher and have that consistency within his game. And I would love to see that out of Matthew Butler. And that's what it kind of looks like the fans really like Butler. Butler, cool. I'm fine with that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. White Tyson says, reminds me a bit of Bilal Nichols. With who? Matthew Butler or Neil Farrell? Because I think Bilal Nichols is a little bit bigger and stronger. Not only that, I would say Nichols is a little bit more versatile, because I could see Nichols lining up at and D tackle. And when I say D tackle, he could play at inside of the offensive line. With Butler, I don't really see him playing inside of the offensive line. When I say that, as like a one tech. I just can't see Matthew Butler doing that at all. I can see Nichols definitely stepping in that role and helping out with some of the depth at the one within that A gap. So we would have to see about Matthew Butler's versatility. So that's an interesting one right there. We got some Chargers fans in here. What the hell going on? Shout out to Joe K for pulling up. He says Charger ears. He says Charger ears. Like, okay. Settle down, my friend. Welcome to Rated Tape, Joe K. This is where we talk Raiders football. If you want to join us, and you know what I mean, keep a close eye on your enemy. Go and hit that like button, Joe K. Make sure you subscribe, Joe K. Look, I'm not a hater, bro. I'm not a hater. If you want to be a Chargers fan, that's cool. I don't like the Chargers at all whatsoever. But if you want to pull up and you want to talk some football, you want to have a little fun, friendly competition in the chat with some people, go ahead. But whatever you say, make sure it's smart. Make sure it has some logic behind it, or I will toast your ass. I won't block you, but I will toast you in some logic, brother. So I don't block people, bro. This is not my style. Definitely not my style. Raider Andy gives Matthew Butler a B. He gives Matthew Butler a B. Shout out to Dallas for pulling up. Appreciate you pulling up, brother. He says Zamir White is a running back of the future. Watched him all 4 years in high school. Dang, bro. That's dope. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. I hope he is. I really like him. All right, y'all. That's the 5th round pick the Raiders made. Let's go ahead and move on to the next, man. And I know this guy, bro. I know we've been waiting to talk about this. At least I've been waiting to talk about this dude right here. I've been waiting because this is my favorite draft pick. After I checked this dude out a little bit more, because I did watch him initially. I watched him, Derek Stingley, Damone Clark. There was a bunch of LSU guys that you had to go watch film on, right? And this dude is one of my favorite draft picks. If not, he is my favorite draft pick that we made, Neil Farrell Jr. Round 4, pick 126, defensive tackle out of LSU. The dude, look, he's 6'4" and 1/8, 330 pounds. He ran a 5.41. He ran a 5.41. Let me get that out. Spit that out, Junior. Jeez Louise. He ran a 40-yard dash, a 5. He ran an even 5. Damn. He ran an even 5, 4.4. Britt. All right. So we got Neil Farrell Jr., 6'4" and 1/8, 330 pounds. This is my favorite draft pick. Dude has a motor. I'm telling you, this dude has a motor. He is very versatile. He could play the run. He could play the pass. He's going to go after the quarterback. If the running back is not running his way, he will still try to beat the offensive lineman and chase the running back down. What more do you want from a defensive tackle? This guy I could see starting every single down for us. I really could. Obviously, he's defensive tackle. He needs that rest. You got to have that depth, rotational players. But I can see this dude coming out, being a starter, being a solid guy to start for us in the future. Him and Max Crosby, like I said, I cannot wait for these dudes to get on the field together, because it's going to be a relentless defensive line. I'm telling you right now. Shout out Gene O for pulling up on us. He said, "Hey, Ray, just stepped in. My tenant in the house. Appreciate you, Gene." Shout out Gene for pulling up, brother. Dick Vitale, dang, DV in the building, man. Ain't seen you in a minute, bro. I feel like it's been a while. But look, he said, appreciate the live rate and the hat is fire. Shout out to Dick Vitale for pulling up, bro. Yes, thank you, brother. If you're just checking out the hats, man, go check out on Instagram. You can go look at Redemption Brand. That's Redemption BRND. There's no A in brand. Redemption BRND at Instagram, or just go straight to the website. Check it out. It's Redemption Brand, same thing. And check out the website, brother. Thank you for pulling up, DV. Always glad to see you pull up with us, man. William Merchant said Joe K meant drainers. Oh, man. Jeff Garcia, he says, Jeff Garcia, bruh, what? I need to drink some water, huh? He said, yes, by all accounts, Butler provides, pass rush skills. I like what I hear. I really want to see the tape on him. Inconsistencies are usually either motor or technique. Fourth down, he could be valuable. Yes, most definitely. A piece that we definitely need. A piece that we definitely need in the backfield or on the defensive line as a rotation. Thick Frame himself. Love this pick. Yes, sir. Shout out Halo Raider. I seen you out there in Vegas, Halo Raider. Shout out to you, man, having a good time. I wish I could have made it to enjoy that time with you guys. That, had a lot of plans, had a lot of things going on. So shout out to you, man, for representing Raider Nation the right way. Halo. Or I think they call you Mr. Raider, or not Mr. Raider. I'm tripping. Master Raider now for Master Chief. But shout out to Halo, bro. Only One Nation says true nose tackle. He'll learn a lot. He'll learn a lot from Hankins. Most definitely, he'll learn a lot. And I think he could definitely start. I'm that high on Neil Farrell Jr. Honestly, I like him that much, bro. Mike Moore says Farrell an A+. I call him an A+. This is a fourth round guy. Fourth round pick, 126. I definitely like this dude. Yeah, shout out to Vitale, man. Chevy Silver Writer says, long time no see, Vitale. Yeah, shout out to Vitale, bro. You already know. Vitale's an OG out here, man. Neil Farrell was the best pick. Farrell was absolutely still for sure. Solid pick, super thick frame. Yeah, man. Is Farrell the player Wasted originally called thick frame? I'm not sure who he originally called thick frame, man. You'd have to ask, bro. Shout out to Dave Ziegler pulled up. Yo, Dave Ziegler is with us today. My goodness. It's a blessing. It's a blessing to have Dave Ziegler with us. You know what I mean? I'm glad you got some downtime to watch my YouTube channel, bro. If you can, Dave, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, bro. It goes a long way, Dave Ziegler. Appreciate it, man. If you want to come up for an interview anytime, go ahead, pull up, bro. He said, I've been watching, just not commenting. Yeah, you a real one, bro. We all know you're a real one, D. You ain't got to explain nothing to us, bro. You're an OG on here. Reggie Wash says, what's good, Ray? What's good with you, Reggie? Appreciate you being with us. You're going backwards, but as I said, we got a D tackle or two. I'm going backwards. I'm going backwards. No, okay. Maybe in the comments because I'm a little bit behind. But let me catch up real quick because we got a super from Jose. He says, Neil Farrell Jr. is going to be the best Farrell. Why you got to send shots, bro? Why you got to send shots at Farrell, dog? Come on now, man. Cleveland Farrell is we can't. Yo, shout out to Jose, man. He sending shots at Cleveland Farrell, man. I know you just passing jokes, but yo, shout out to you, man. That's a dirty one. That was a low blow on Farrell, bro. You know, Cleveland Farrell was never supposed to be a first round pick. We got to blame John Gruden for what he did to Cleveland Farrell's life. He ruined Cleveland Farrell's life. He ruined Cleveland Farrell's NFL professional. His profession, man. Drafting him in the first round with such high expectations, moving him from A to D tackle, go gain weight, go lose weight, do this, go do that, play with this DC, that D. Like, bro, Cleveland Farrell, I don't know, man. I bet he's had, I don't know, man. I don't even know what to say about that situation. Damn, John Gruden. Just crazy, man. Shout out Jose with the super, though, man. Always love the support. Dangerfield, he said, could be the steal of the draft for us. I think he is. I think he is the steal of the draft. Raider Ray, I like that picture, Raider Ray. That's dope. A- if he polishes up the pass rush, A+, most definitely, bro. Most definitely. And I think with his motor, with the motor that this dude has, bro, if we can coach this dude up, he's gonna be able to do damage, y'all. Trust. I just feel like this dude, he might be that dude that surprises everybody, that solidifies the center of our. We haven't had a guy good in the middle of our defense since freaking Richard Seymour. Correct me if I'm wrong. When's the last time we had a good defensive tackle? Like, I feel like it was Richard Seymour. Doc Holiday says Ted Washington, Vince Wilfork, Terrence Cody, we're all Pats. I'm not surprised this staff got their mountain in middle. And it's funny you say that because, hold on, where did Richard Seymour play before? Wasn't it the Patriots? Didn't he play with the Patriots before he played with the Raiders? And I mean, that's kind of ironic, but I mean, a coincidence. Maybe I used the wrong word, but when's the last time we did have a defensive tackle that was like solid? You know what I mean? We didn't have to worry about it. Thick Frame E, he says, shout out to you, man, with the super. He says, just pulled up. What up, Ray? Man, that D-line is going to be hard to run on with Farrell and Hankins. Bro, I'm telling you, dog. With him, bro, just Farrell and Crosby alone, I think with their motor, it's going to be crazy, man. It's going to be crazy. Farrell does do stunts, and he's able to move. He moves well for 330 pounds. He does move well for 330, man. He's my favorite pick. It's going to be vicious. It's going to be vicious, E, most definitely. Shout out to Andre and Andrea Love Crossing. Says good draft picks. Shout out from Cali, Columbia. Shout out to from Cali, Columbia. What? Oh, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Most definitely, brother. Most definitely. I'm trying. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm not even sure. This is a different kind of super chat. Or am I tripping right now? But shout out to you, man, from Cali, Columbia. Columbia. Is that the Columbia? I be getting my Columbias mixed up. I ain't gonna lie. I be getting them mixed up. He said he could definitely start at nose tackle for sure. Yeah, most definitely, bro. Most definitely. Because the Columbia with a U is South Carolina, right? In South Carolina? Or Columbia, South Carolina. Yeah, South Carolina. Okay, Columbia, South Carolina is with the U. Okay. Let's not be ignorant, Ray. Don't be ignorant, Ray. You know what you're talking about. Jerry West says, Dan, which Tyquan Thornton fell to the Raiders? I don't really like them Baylor boys, but Neal will occupy a double team with his size. That leaves Crosby and Jones, crossbones duo to get to the quarterback. Most definitely, bro. I definitely agree with that. Neil Farrell is going to be that surprise. New sub, thank you. Thank you for the sub, dog. Thank you for everybody that did sub this past weekend. Shout out to everybody that was just rocking with us throughout the draft, that was rocking through all the videos I was dropping, that just supported the kid. And I just thank all of you, man. I'm genuinely appreciative for all you guys do. And just thank you, man. Thank you to Raider Nation, yo. Appreciate y'all. Jose says, yeah, I was just kidding about Farrell comment. Think Klee is going to improve and Coach Grant. No, I know you was messing with us, man. I know you was just pulling dude leg. I just think it's Coach Gruden's fault that Klee wasn't able to be to his full potential. And I think it was just on Gruden, man. I'm always rooting for Cleveland Farrell, though, bro. I think Cleveland Farrell is a great guy to have in the locker room because as much as I guess he's been asked to do, he wasn't playing that much. He was a first-round pick, 4th overall. You never hear any complaining or you never hear any like bad energy or any bad news coming from Cleveland Farrell. But we have guys getting all the spotlight, going out there getting DUIs, going out there causing all sorts of mistakes. So, Cleveland Farrell, you have to give that kid credit, man. You have to give him credit. St. Cal says Tommy Kelly. Oh, shout out Tommy Kelly, bro. It's been a minute. I forgot all about Tommy Kelly, man. Yeah, Tommy Kelly was that dude. He says Jelly. Hey, we got Jelly from LSU as well. He was cool for a little bit. Then he went to the Ravens, kind of, went throughout his career, but he was cool for a little bit. Let me catch up to this. He says, Browns fan here. You got a new sub. Keep it up, man. Yo, shout out to you, man. You a Browns fan subbing. Appreciate you for pulling up, man. I hope y'all figure out what y'all got going on. But, yo, let me tell you, the Browns, you guys got so much talent over there. You guys got so much talent. You have 2 starting quarterbacks. That's how much freaking talent y'all got. So, shout out to the Browns, man. That's crazy. Donald Rice says, Narcos, Cali, Columbia. That man said Narcos, Cali, Columbia. That's what I'm saying. That's Columbia. That's not what's it called. He said you watch too much. Netflix. That's wild. All right, y'all. Let's move on to the next draft pick, y'all. Now, here it is. We get into the meat and potatoes, man. We get into the meat and potatoes. Round 4, pick number 122, Zamir White, running back out of Georgia. This pick I do like. Initially, I liked it more than what I do now. Let me be honest. I'm almost backpedaling, right? Because I liked it more when we first drafted him than I do now. And the only reason I would say that is because we drafted a running back earlier in Brenton Brown. We drafted Brenton Brown. And honestly, it's like, I don't know, man. Why two running backs? Why two running backs? I feel like you get Zamir White, okay, but then you go get Brenton Brown, and it's kind of like, once you make that decision to draft a guy like within your picks, then it's like you're solidifying that you want to keep him. But as we all know as Raider fans, it's not necessarily true, because I remember we got Lynn Bowden Jr. Next thing you know, he was gone. We traded him right away. So you never know, man. How do you guys feel about this pick, though? This is my second favorite pick. This is my second favorite pick. It was my favorite prior, but it is my second favorite pick, though. How do you guys feel about this one? The reason I like him is because of his speed and his size. As you guys know, I don't like Josh Jacobs because he's slow. Josh Jacobs is slow. Let's be real. Josh Jacobs had 5 runs over 20 yards in the past 2 years. You have to do something on your team to where when they break away, and nobody's going to catch them. Josh Jacobs will get to the second level, and the damn linebacker catches him. A damn defensive lineman catches him. It's like, bruh, we need a running back that can break away. I think that's what Zamir White could be. So let's go ahead and see what the chat has to say about that, man. He says, if you can't set the edge, Graham won't play you. Farrell will be finding the screen. Yep, I heard that. Jose with another super. Damn, appreciate you, Jose, for supporting the channel and donating. He says, I could see Neil Farrell play the role like Tommy Kelly. Oh, yeah. I could almost see him being as good, if not better, than Tommy Kelly, bro. I'll be honest. Tommy Kelly was a very good interior defensive lineman. I can see Neil Farrell being that or better. So I agree with you, Jose. Definitely can. Jerry West says 4.4 speed Raider fans are going to like. Yes, bro. That's why I like it. I love it, man. Brown was in the 7th round. Yeah, he was. Most definitely, he was. Raider Ross says, what's good, Raid? Out of my deliveries, catching you live. Yo, man, keep doing your thing. Hustle hard, man. Work smarter, not harder. Do your thing, brother. Keep grinding. Get your hustle up. Appreciate you being here with us, Ross. Shout out to Raider Ross doing his thing, getting his money, boy. I wasn't happy at first, but I've gone and watched tape, and I like this dude. He's a power runner, running backs by committee. Yeah, most definitely, bro. And I was kind of opposite. I liked him more when we first picked him versus now. I kind of went down because one is there's not too much tape on him out of the backfield, but I watched some interviews and they did talk to him about how being at Georgia, every running back catches out of the backfield. Even though they don't do it in the game, all of them are doing it. And it was pretty interesting to hear that, but we'd have to really find out and see it on tape to really believe it, right? But he is a power runner. I personally think he's a balanced runner. And what I mean by that is, yes, he has strength, and yes, he can truck, and he has power in that way, but he also can cut. He also has vision, and he also can juke. And for me, that's balance. A power runner running 4.4, so he also has speed. So that's why I say he's more of a balanced runner than a power runner, because I don't think he has so much of the trucking ability. He's just very strong, and he always is going to fall forward, in my opinion. So I would say he's very balanced, because some of those plays you watch him, he don't even hit anybody. He just juke, hit a hole, and is gone. And that's balance, and I really like that. I love his ball carrier vision. He can find the hole, hit the hole, and he'll take off going. And once he takes off, if you're in his way, you're going to get smacked. So I like this dude. I really do. He'll say, Raid, wish you could have made it to Vegas, brother. It was a blast. I'm still recovering. He said, I'm still in recovery mode. Yo, shout out to you, man. I really wanted to make it to play that football game. I really wanted to play in that flag football game. I wanted to torch them boys. But you know what I mean? I had to hold it down. Let's see what we got. Our boy Dallas says he's a cowbell back. Definitely could see that. He was a 2-down back in Georgia. He shared the ball with 2 other running backs in Georgia. So we'll have to see. I don't see breakaway speed with Zamir White. Whoa. Hold up. You don't see breakaway speed with Zamir White? How? How do you not see that? I gotta hear this, man. How do you not see breakaway speed with Zamir White? This man, bro, once he hits the second level, he's gone. Once he hits the second level, he's gone, man. Like, yo, he have that speed Jacobs don't have. Yeah, most definitely. Jacobs is slow, bro. Zamir gets small. Yes, he does, bro. He gets skinny. He gets skinny in there. He definitely does. Let me see something real quick. He gets skinny. Raider Andy says Josh Jacobs' replacement with more speed as dude is a bruiser. Also, based off his interviews, is a very humble, likable guy. Yeah, you go watch his story, everything he came up from. That's a very good, very high character guy. As we don't like to hear that as Raider fans because of Gruden, but it's the truth. It's the truth. Jose with another super. Appreciate you, Jose, with the donation, dog. He says Zeus is going to be the James White of this team. I like that. I definitely like that, bro. Who's going to be our Sony Michel? Who's going to be our Sony Michel? Let me know, Jose. Who's going to be our Sony Michel? If Zeus is going to be our James White. Who's going to be the Sony Michel, man? That's going to be interesting. And it's funny you say that because Sony Michel was a Georgia running back. But I shout out to everybody in the chat. We had 350 deep. If y'all can, make sure to hit that like button. If we can't get over 300 likes on this video, I appreciate everybody pulling up, everybody supporting. Appreciate it, yo. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Shout out to Ray J. Look, what in the hell? Y'all got too much damn time on your hands, man. Y'all got too much time on your hands. What? D-Hop just got suspended. Whoa. What is that about? This man said D-Hop just got suspended. Interesting. What the hell going on Twitter? Let me go check Twitter real quick. This man said D-Hop just got what? Oh, man. Let's go like this. DeAndre Hopkins. What? DeAndre Hopkins just got suspended. I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing about DeAndre Hopkins getting suspended. Let me check my Twitter real quick. Let me check the Twitter. Breaking: DeAndre Hopkins suspended 6 games for violating NFL's drug policy. Oh, it's a PED-related suspension. What in Sam Hill is going on? What? Wow. What? That's wild. This man just got suspended. Come on now, D-Hop. Man, they ain't even got none yet. I gotta get on Twitter then, huh? I gotta get on Twitter and see that real quick. Like, what? That's something else, bro. Oh, yep. Adam Schefter, Cardinals Pro Bowl wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins is being suspended 6 games for violating the NFL's PED policy, league sources tell ESPN. Uh-oh. Damn. Bad boy. You got caught being naughty. Shout out EJ with the breaking news. EJ is always breaking the damn news, bro. I remember when he broke the news about Devontae Adams trade. Shout out to EJ, bro. EJ, you a moderator, right? Red J says, I don't see breakaway speed. What? You don't got breakaway speed. White Tyson said, damn, D-Hop on the juice. Bro, what is going on? 6-game suspension. 6-game suspension. Oh, he says, oh, it's not for me, it's for the dudes. Oh, yeah, I hear you, brother. I hear you, brother. That boy Ray J wild. He wilding right now. He said I hit it first. Trying to come back from injury last year, had him on the juice. Ooh. Damn. Sometimes when it comes to those things, it's not even about the guy being on steroids per se. Sometimes these guys will take certain certain things, and it won't even and it'll pop up as PEDs, but it's not necessarily giving them like a performance enhancing a boost. Like it's not performing their or enhancing their performance at all. You know what I mean? Sometimes they take stuff that is more on the health and medical side, recovery side, than it ever is on like the I'm trying to cheat the system. If you guys know what I'm trying to say. Sometimes it gets misconstrued, but you get caught. It is what it is, It is what it is. That's crazy. That's wild. On the juice. Bad pork could make out test positive. Yeah. Definitely. A bad pork, bad meat. I think meat in general, certain meat in general. Deer, he said deer antler spray Ray Lewis. Yo, let's go. Yo, shout out. Yo, yeah. We just heard the news about DeAndre Hopkins. Let's finish this though. We got one pick, and let's just finish this thing out, man. This is our last pick. Round 3, pick number 90. The Raiders select Dylan Parham, offensive guard, offensive lineman in general, out of Memphis. How are we feeling about this pick? Let me know what you guys think about this pick. This is the last player we're going to talk about on this live, and I want to go ahead and get your guys' consensus on this pick. How do you guys feel about it? Give me your grade, A, B, C, D, or an F on this one. This was the first pick we made in the draft. We had to wait 1.5 days before we made this damn pick. So we better like this shit, right? Because we had to wait a long time. He said same as Gerald McCoy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, a lot of stuff would pop up. When I was in the Army, a private tried to tell me he was on hydroxycut. I mean, hydroxycut. Hold on. So did he get tested, and did he tested positive for like steroids or something when he was in the Army? Because you'll get in trouble for that in the Army if you do steroids and shit like that, because they do test for that. Hydroxycut, though, I don't think you can't get in trouble for taking hydroxycut. You can take hydroxycut in the Army. AR says Dylan Parham is a beast. White Tyson loves the pick. Says far A pick. He gives the grade of A. Let's see. Let's go. What up, Mason? Shout out we the people, man. Yep, man. We just getting through these draft. We just getting through these draft picks, bro. We just getting through these draft picks. He looks more like a pro center. Interesting, TC. Interesting. Grade A. Yo, we got a lot of A's in here. B plus. Why would he be on the juice and it ain't even season yet? Yeah, it's interesting. I wonder when the test was positive or when he did take the test, how that works out. We got a lot of A's and a lot of B's, man. Jeff Garrison says Parham is an A, as is the entire draft, in my opinion. I like that. Solid B grade from Eminem. Shout out Morris with that one. Purge in the building says B++. Okay. Pepe says that boy says he on meth. What the hell? Ready for Life says Article 15. Hell yeah. I remember when I got my Article 15. Woo, I got a field grade. Article 15. You got to do. I got a field grade. I mean, I was an E5. I was a sergeant. I got a field grade Article 15. Boy, that was tough. The type of work I was working all day. I was working like what 20-hour, like 18 to 20-hour days, bro. When I got my field grade, that shit was not fun. I think Parham and Good are the guards. Leatherwood back to right tackle. That's kind of what it seems like. I don't know why people feel like Andre James' spot could be taken. I definitely hope not. I definitely hope it doesn't get taken, because I think Andre James deserved to keep his spot based off his performance last year. I know early in the season he didn't look great through the first 6 weeks, maybe you can say 4 or 5. But in the second half, our offensive line definitely stepped up, and our offensive line definitely looked better. So I don't know. I think we need to give our offensive line a little bit more credit going throughout the season towards the end, just because of how much it was jumbled up as well. You got to think, we lost 2 offensive linemen that were veteran offensive linemen. Then we throw guys out there and say, hey, go get that shit done, when we have a rookie already starting at right tackle. So I think we definitely have to, take into consideration that some of these dudes did develop last year and are better. So I would love to see Andre James continue to start at center. Parham, I would like to see him start at right guard. Alex Leatherwood at right tackle. And then at left guard, pick your poison, bro. We got good. So he can start there. And then we have Colton Miller, which we know is a staple in our offense. So definitely. Doc said he's way better at left guard than right guard, in my opinion. It's a good pick, but picking O-line is boring. Picking O-line is boring. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, it is boring, bro. And that's why I always get frustrated, man. That's why I always get frustrated when we get offensive linemen, because you think about this offensive line we had last year, every single guy we had, we drafted him. Brandon Parker, right tackle. Alex Leatherwood, right guard. Center, Andre James. Left guard, John Simpson. And then left tackle, Colt Miller. We drafted all those guys. None of them were drafted from anybody else. None of them were traded or anything like that. Were veteran guys, nothing. We drafted all these dudes. They were all developed by us. So I definitely hear that. Old hydroxycut had ephedrine. Yeah, that's the old hydroxycut. Wasn't that like over 10 years ago, though? Was that like a long, long time ago they had that? That's like getting fired on your day off. Hell yeah. No, you ain't even lying, bro. Uh-oh, what we got? Kellen Coleman, shout out to you, bro, for pulling up, man. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, bro. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, Kellen. The bold prediction. Bold prediction from Jose. He says, bold prediction. Dylan Parham is going to be Gene Upshaw. No, I'm just kidding. I hope he can turn into a Hall of Fame player, though. What? Look, hold to your hold. I'm gonna hold you to that, bro. I'm gonna hold you to that. Jose thinks Dylan Parham is gonna be Gene Upshaw. Let's see, bro. Because if he ends up being a great offensive lineman, you're gonna be known for having one hell of a take, Jose. So shout out to you on that one. AJ says Parham is a center. Bye-bye, Andre James. Damn, y'all see how y'all feel about Andre James? Y'all don't like him, though? Callan Coleman says Chargers fan, but Parham and A. Look, this is exactly why I don't block people. He came through. He put some bolts. He put some lightning things in the chat, trying to, a little bit of banter, a little friendly banter. It's not that big a deal. But then he follows up saying, look, I'm a Chargers fan, but being realistic and having some logic like this dude right here has, he says Parham is an A. You can't be mad at that. So shout out to you, man. If you can, at least hit the like button. Maybe not subscribe. I know you're a Chargers fan, but look, if you can't, hit that like button, brother. Appreciate you pulling up on us, man. Tapping in with us. May Spitfire says, would you say we drafted the best player available, or did we draft need? Best player available? I wouldn't say best player available. I couldn't say that, man, because, there could have been some other guys on the board. Right now, I can't even think who else really was on the board at the time. But I think we did the best of both worlds. Something that we definitely needed, someone that was versatile, but also is has great value. So I think that's kind of what we did, because as people were talking about, he played right guard, he played left guard. We've had two different people. One say bye-bye Andre James, play center. Then we had another one say he plays better at left guard than right guard. So it just shows that he can play multiple positions. And I think that's a big reason why we had to go get a Dylan Parham, is because of his versatility. TC says, he says, thank you for your service, right? Well, appreciate it, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, dog. You ain't know I was in the Army, TC? Or you just get, appreciate it, though, man. Thank you. Appreciate the acknowledgement, most definitely, man, because those times, bro, being in the Army, it is tough. Trust me. Pre-workout supplements. Nah, ain't no way he got in trouble for pre-workout supplements. Raider Ray says, I like Parham because he can play. Look, that's kind of what I'm saying. See, I think that's why it went into his value as well. James has to be our most improved player last year. That's how I feel, Jeff. That's exactly how I feel, Jeff. We drafted some good O-line depth, most definitely. I think Parham starts for us. I think Parham could definitely start for us. AR, very good point. Boring, but important. And this draft just shows that we're trying to build our trenches. We're trying to build our trenches and eat most definitely in the trenches. We are. Good question. How confident are you on Leatherwood's second-year jump? Now, as far as the second-year jump, honestly, I don't see that big of a jump, man. But I will give him the benefit of the doubt that we do have a new regime. coming from a place where they have a great offensive lineman. They've developed offensive linemen. So I think Alex Leatherwood is in great hands, and he could definitely polish up some things that went wrong last year. I don't know, for him, it seemed like it was more of a problem of the initial snap. Like once the ball's about to get snapped, that's where he would win or lose, in my opinion, when it came to Alex Leatherwood. And that's kind of in reference to that. Think about all the penalties he would get, like the false starts he would get. It's like he's antsy when the ball's about to get snapped, like he's tired in his stance. I'm not sure what it is about it, but it's like something's going on with the initial when the snap is about to initially happen. There's something going on with Alex Leatherwood. That's my opinion on Leatherwood. He needs to fix that. It's almost like, I'd hate to use this analogy, but it's almost like a timid dog, to where they're all good, but then all of a sudden something happens and they just start like moving quick and they scamper. Alex Leatherwood, he'll be sitting there, then all of a sudden he jumps off sides, or at this point it'd be a false start. It's like, bro, why are you leading? He led college. Alex Leatherwood led college when we drafted him in penalties, and then he comes to the pros and he had a bunch of penalties. So it's like, what is it with him when it comes to that? So we definitely have to figure that out. Jose Toscano, appreciate another super, bro. He says Dylan Parham reminds me of Mike Onwenu of New England and James Daniel of Pitt. Oh, that's interesting, man. James Daniel just went to Pitt, didn't he? This year or last year? That's who Dylan Parham reminds you of. Those aren't bad comparisons, man. Those are good players. So if Dylan Parham becomes anything of them, of their caliber, then he's definitely going to be a competent offensive lineman. Definitely. But, man, we've been up here almost an hour and a half now. We got over 300 people in the chat. I appreciate everybody that's pulled up, man. I want to head out on these last notes that I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's subscribed, everybody that's liked, everybody that rode with us throughout this weekend, man. And that's just been growing with me on my channel. I just appreciate, I just want to say I appreciate you guys, especially if you guys are members and you guys support me. Shout out to everybody that went out and bought a T-shirt that's supporting the brand, Redemption brand. Shout out to everybody. And I hope this draft picks work out for us, bro. I really do, because this year our team has to take that next step. This year, in my opinion, to be 100 with y'all, this is no joke. This shit is like damn near Super Bowl or bust, in my opinion, for us. Like I'm not settling for nothing less. I'm not settling for nothing less than an AFC Championship title. I'm not settling for nothing less. This Raiders team has to make it to the AFC Championship game. I would love to see our team in the AFC Championship game. It's that simple. And with this draft, with the free agencies we got, with the risk, because there's risk that we did take. We risked on trading for Devontae Adams, a 30-plus-year-old wide receiver, and signing him to such a big contract. So, with this season, we definitely have to go out there, because it's boom or bust this season. You feel me? It's that simple. But shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We was over 300 deep. If y'all can't, hit that like button. Hit that like button and subscribe button. If this is your first time here, before you head out, make sure you hit that like button. Appreciate everybody that pulled up on us. Get to the last couple comments. Eminem says, I'm with you, AFC Championship game. Buzz, take care, brother. Yes, sir. Shout out to you. We the people lost by 7 against Burrow. Look. We got to make shit happen. Stay blessed, Halo. Appreciate you pulling up on us. Appreciate it, Jeff Garcia, being with us today, man. Kevin Jackson, he says, I'll take a playoff win first. Hey, let me not reach that far, right? Shout out to Kevin Jackson for bringing me back to reality. And let's win a playoff game. And with that being said, man, thank you for bringing the nation together the way you do. Appreciate it, Zeke. Definitely appreciate it. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Be safe, bro. See you next time. See everybody next time, man. Straight up, it's like that, man. Till next time, yo.